Hello class, another day, another course lesson. So I've decided to give you some fun videos and at the same time continue the courses. And I've planned to teach you on a daily basis from workbook to main lesson. Now today we're going to cover part 2C of American English file number 2, 3rd edition. Now this is about a very interesting story. And in this chapter, we'll cover storytelling and I'll give you some grammars about connectors and some words that you need in order to write a story or tell a story to your friends. Well, if you're ready, it's about to go down. It's pedal to the metal. Now, look at the pictures. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so you're going to read a story called One Dark October Evening. Okay, so what do you think this story is about? Take your time, write your guesses, because we're going to cover it together. I'll be waiting. Very good. Now, read the story once. Then complete it with a word or phrase from the list. From this part, use these words. Okay, take your time. You can stop the video and do it yourself. And if you have done it, check with your friends, listen to the story, and complete it with me.
2.16
Hannah met Jamie last summer. It was Hannah's birthday, and she and her friends went to a club. They wanted to dance, but they didn't like the music, so Hannah went to speak to the DJ.
This music is awful,
She said.
Could you play something else?
The DJ looked at her and said,
Don't worry, I have the perfect song for you.
2 minutes later, he said,
The next song is by Pink. It's called Get the Party Started, and it's for a beautiful girl over there who's wearing a pink dress.
Hannah knew that he was playing the song for her. When Hannah and her friends left the club, the DJ was waiting for her at the door.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
He said to Hannah.
Can I see you again?
So Hannah gave him her phone number. The next day, Jamie called Hannah and invited her to dinner. He took her to a very romantic French restaurant, and they talked all evening. Although the food wasn't very good, they had a great time. After that, Jamie and Hannah saw each other every day. Every evening when Hannah finished work, they met at 5:30 in a coffee shop on Bridge Street. They were madly in love. One evening in October, Hannah was at work. As usual, she was going to meet Jamie at 5:30. It was dark and it was raining. She looked at her watch. It was 5:20. She was going to be late. She ran to her car and got in. At 5:25, she was driving along Bridge Street. She was going very fast because she was in a hurry. Suddenly, a man ran across the street. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake.
Okay, now that's the first part of the story. I need you to read it again. Of course, some of you may not need to read it. And answer the questions. Take your time, do it. I'll wait.
A few moments later.
Back to the game. Why did Hannah go and speak to Jamie? Well, because she didn't like the music. And Jamie was the DJ. Number 2, why did Jamie play Get the Party Started? Well, because it's by Pink and Hannah was wearing a pink dress. Oh, well, I guess he's a city boy.
City boy!
What happened when Hannah left the club? Well, Jamie was waiting at the door and asked to see Hannah again. What was the restaurant like? It was very romantic, but the food wasn't very good. Number 5, where did they go every evening after that? Well, to a coffee shop on Bridge Street. And number 6, what was the weather like that evening in October? It was dark and raining. And number 7, why was Hannah driving fast? Well, because she was in a hurry. And last question, why didn't she see the man? Well, because he was wearing a dark coat. Okay, now I'm really curious, just like you, to see what happens. Stay with me. Now, before we go on, I need you to test yourself. From the memory, complete the sentences from the story with so, because, or although. Okay, let's see. Test yourself now with me. She was going very fast because she was in a hurry. Okay? Although the food wasn't very good, they had a great time. Number 3, he was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of today's lesson, I told you that we're going to use the words for storytelling. The connectors, the sequencers, time sequences. Okay? So it's time for you to review the grammar. You tested yourself and you did great. But let's go deeper. The first set, time sequencers. Listen, everyone.
2.17. On their first date, they went to a restaurant. After that, they started meeting every day.
On Thursday, I had an argument with my boss. The next day, I decided to look for a new job.
We sat down to eat. 2 minutes later, my phone rang.
When I came out of the club, he was waiting for me.
The accident happened when I was crossing the road.
Great. So we use the time sequencers to say when something happened, to show the order. Okay, not bad. Now, connectors, because, so, but, although. Listen to these ones. Okay, let's see.
2.18.
She was driving fast because she was in a hurry.
She was in a hurry, so she was driving fast.
You use because to show a reason. Okay? For example, she was driving fast. Why? What was the reason? Because she was in a hurry. Now, so shows a result, expresses a result. For example, she was in a hurry, so she was driving fast. Why? Because she was in a hurry. This is the result. Now, but and although. These ones are very important. Pay attention. Many students make mistakes when they're using these. Listen.
2.19.
She tried to stop the car, but she hit the man.
Although she tried to stop the car, she hit the man.
She was very tired, but she couldn't sleep.
She couldn't sleep although she was very tired.
Great. Now, you use but and although to show a contrast. Okay? And also, although can go at the beginning or in the middle of the sentence. Look, although she tried to stop the car, she hit the man. So she tried, but she couldn't stop it. So it shows the other result. It doesn't show the expected result. She tried to stop the car, but she hit the man. All right. Now, if you're ready, take a screenshot from this page because we're going to practice together. As always, I have 2 sets of exercises for you. Use the screenshot that you took, okay? Just look at it and try to answer the questions. Put the sentences in the correct order. For example, number 1, last week I was waiting for a bus. So what happens next? Remember the sequences. Let's go. And complete the sentences with so, because, but, or although. Alright, this is your gig. You know the drill. You have the screenshot. You have all the time in the world. This isn't a race. Try to do it in the best way possible. And if you're ready, well, with me. Number 1, last week I was waiting for a bus. Okay, number 2, the bus arrived, but suddenly a man ran in front of me and got on. Then another man tried to do the same. When I asked the second man what he was doing, he told me that he was a police officer. He explained that he was looking for a thief, and then he got on the bus. Okay. A few seconds later, he got off the bus with the thief. After that, a police car came and took the thief away. And last one, the next day I saw the story on a local news website. Good. Next one, we couldn't find a taxi, so we walked home. Number 1, although it was very cold, she wasn't wearing a coat, so it shows the contrast. Next one, I woke up in the night because there was a noise. You show the reason. I called him, but his cell phone was turned off. Number 4, although she's very nice, she doesn't have many friends. Number 5, there was nothing on TV, so I went to bed. Number 6, all the cafes were full because it was a holiday. Number 7, she wanted to be a doctor, but she failed her exams. Number 8, the garden looked very beautiful, so I took a photograph. And last one, although the team played well, they didn't win. As easy as that. You did great, but let's put it to test, shall we? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's your turn. In your own words. Complete the sentences in your own words. Then compare with a partner. For example, we fell in love on our first date. 2 months later, we don't know. Use your imagination. Complete the sentences, and after that, compare your sentences with your friends. For example, I went to bed early last night because, or the weather was beautiful, so we decided it was really cold last night, and when I woke up this morning, we don't know what happened. You know the drill. Make your sentences and then compare your sentences with your friends. Use your imagination. Okay, everyone, get your headphones. Now, stress in two-syllable words. Look, 80% of two-syllable words are stressed on the first syllable. Now, for example, mother, happy, madly. But some of the two-syllable verbs and prepositions and connectors are stressed on the second syllable. For example, arrive, behind, before. Okay? Take your time, underline the stressed syllable. I need you to listen and do it with me. Okay? Pay attention to your ear. Is it stressed on the first syllable or the second syllable? Okay, no rush. Listen.
2.20 Across.
After.
Again.
Along.
Although.
Awful.
Because.
Birthday.
Evening.
Invite.
Perfect.
Quickly.
Okay, so look, across, after, again, along, although, awful, because, birthday, evening, invite, perfect, quickly. So if you want to speak natural, you have to pay attention to the stress. So far, so good. You can use the connectors and you can use them to make sentences. And you know about the stress. But it's time to get serious. It's time to make more complex sentences. And after that, Maybe write a story. Okay, so in the next part, we're going to do some vocabulary exercise, and after that, go directly to speaking. Everyone, you and your friend. Look, we have 1 and 2. Invite somebody to dinner. So these two are crossed out. Okay? Or for example, have. Have a great time. Okay? Have a great time. What about next one? Drive. Drive along the bridge street. Next one, meet in a coffee shop. Give somebody your phone number. Take somebody to a restaurant. Wait for somebody. Okay, be in a hurry. Okay, or play a song. Leave the club very late. And last one, run across the street. All right, very good. Now, I need you to make sentences with your friends and then compare them together. You're going to write a story. Now, talking about stories, we had this story, do you remember? In the beginning of the lesson. But we didn't get to see the ending. Okay, so in case you have forgotten about it, listen again. Try to remember the details because there are 2 endings for you. Yes, you heard it right. 2 endings. Listen first.
2.16.
Hannah met Jamie last summer. It was Hannah's birthday, and she and her friends went to a club. They wanted to dance, but they didn't like the music, so Hannah went to speak to the DJ.
This music is awful,
She said.
could you play something else?
The DJ looked at her and said,
Don't worry, I have the perfect song for you.
2 minutes later, he said,
The next song is by Pink. It's called Get the Party Started, and it's for a beautiful girl over there who's wearing a pink dress.
Hannah knew that he was playing the song for her. When Hannah and her friends left the club, the DJ was waiting for her at the door.
Hi, I'm Jamie.
He said to Hannah.
Can I see you again?
So Hannah gave him her phone number. The next day, Jamie called Hannah and invited her to dinner. He took her to a very romantic French restaurant, and they talked all evening. Although the food wasn't very good, they had a great time. After that, Jamie and Hannah saw each other every day. Every evening when Hannah finished work, they met at 5:30 in a coffee shop on Bridge Street. They were madly in love. One evening in October, Hannah was at work. As usual, she was going to meet Jamie at 5:30. It was dark and it was raining. She looked at her watch. It was 5:20. She was going to be late. She ran to her car and got in. At 5:25, she was driving along Bridge Street. She was going very fast because she was in a hurry. Suddenly, a man ran across the street. He was wearing a dark coat, so Hannah didn't see him at first. Quickly, she put her foot on the brake.
Okay, students. Now, do you want to see the happy ending or the sad ending? Well, I'm going to show you both. Let's get to it. First, the happy ending. Everybody watch the video and answer the questions. This is your gig. Let's go.
Don't you usually look before you cross the road? I nearly hit you. I didn't see you until the last moment.
Hey, Hannah, it's me. It's Jamie.
Jamie? What are you doing here? I nearly killed you.
I was buying something. I was in a hurry and I crossed the road without looking.
Come on, get in.
Here you are. 2 cappuccinos.
Thanks.
Thanks. What an evening. I nearly killed you.
Well, you didn't kill me, so what's the problem?
But what were you doing there? I thought you were here, in the cafe, waiting for me.
I went to the theatre to buy these tickets. For the Pink concert. I know you wanted to go, and it's on the 15th of October, next Saturday. Our anniversary.
Our anniversary?
Yeah. 3 months since we first met. We met on Saturday the 15th of July. Remember?
Gosh, Jamie, I can't believe you remember the exact day. What a romantic. It's lucky I didn't hit you on the street.
Oh my god!
That was very, very romantic. Okay, now, why didn't Hannah see the man who was crossing the road? Because he was wearing a dark coat. And who was the man? Well, that was Jamie. Why did he cross the road without looking? He was in a hurry. And where did they go after that? To a coffee shop. And what did they order? 2 cappuccinos. And why was Jamie on Bridge Street? Well, he was buying tickets for a concert. And what and when was the concert? Well, it was the Pink concert on October 15th. And what was special about the day? October 15th is their 3-month anniversary. Okay, now, I don't want to switch to the sad ending, but we gotta watch it together. So let's see what happens in the sad ending. Okay guys, you know the drill. Watch the video and answer the questions. Back to you.
Good evening, madam. Are you Hannah Davis?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I'd like to speak to you. Can I come in? Are you a friend of Jamie Dixon?
Yes.
Well, I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
What? What's happened?
Jamie had an accident this evening.
Oh no. What kind of accident?
He was crossing the road and a car hit him.
When did this happen? And where?
This evening, at 5:25. He was crossing the road near the theatre.
Oh no. How is he?
He's in hospital. He's got a bad injury to his head and 2 broken legs.
But is he gonna be okay?
We don't know. He's in intensive care.
Oh no. And the driver of the car?
She didn't stop.
She?
Yes. It was a woman in a black car. Somebody saw the number of the car. You have a black car outside, don't you, madam? Is your number plate GY56RZR?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Can you tell me where you were at 5:25 this evening?
Oh well, and that's the sad ending. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the way it is. Now you know how to tell stories. You can use connectors, you can use time sequences to write stories. Just like that. Thanks for watching. Workbook coming right up. And as always, if you have a question, you can comment down below and I will get back to you. And some of you tell me, teacher, what is the difference between the 3rd edition and the 2nd edition? 3rd edition is newer. So I thought maybe some people are using the most recent book. So I'm teaching that. But if you want the older version, or if you have the older book, you can use the 2nd edition. Another thing that I want to mention is that you can download the slides in the description part and use them and study with them. Last but not least, if you like my work, if you learn from me, make sure to like and subscribe. Your support really helps me. And I'll see you all very soon with the new lesson. Bye bye.